The big news this week is that Trump is embracing mail-in ballots and vote harvesting, which
Yes. Yeah, that's
is
the big news.
incredibly unpopular among MAGA, and MAGA needs to get their head out and get on board because Trump is essentially saying, I am going to legally cheat, and I'm all for it.
I'm going to play by their rules, right? They're
I
making the
hope
rules.
he does. Remember how this is my plan. I've said this now for 2 years. As soon as Republicans get good at it, Democrats will be the biggest election deniers, the biggest election integrity. They'll go, we have to lock down these lock boxes and these mail-in ballots, and we have to do signature checking. Trump needs to be better at it than them.
Okay, I have to say something to all those out there right now who are cringing at this. I'm like, compromising our morals.
If you're cringing, grow up.
Here's what I have to say.
Grow up.
There are advantages, and we're not even talking about that. We're talking about rules that have been changed that are illegal in some states, but are now legal in other states.
So this is about pragmatism, because Trump is coming out and saying it's immoral. All of them are saying it, including there was a test case. This is what Harmeet Dillon said, is in California, they started doing ballot harvesting. The Republicans did, and the Republicans
was Southern
won.
California strategy. Southern California won us the Congress. Who would have thought California would win the
Republicans win when they play by these rules. And all of them are saying, all of the ones that embraced it, including the ones in California, said, we are against this. We are for cleaning up the votes, but we have to use this system to win. They did it and they won. Now, Trump is saying the same thing.
Here's what I think is, we have a problem with our depth perception, right? Mm-hmm. We're wanting things to all be correct right now, right? Or like everything needs to be correct right now. That's like an ocean liner turning on a dime, right? You don't have an ocean liner that turns on a dime. Everything's not going to be correct right now. Same day, same vote, all that. You're not going to do that. But I think Arizona is the future. I think everybody wants that, but you have to win everything first before you can change, before you can scrape those barnacles, before you can gradually turn the ship.
The system is not made to be corrected by protests and lawsuits. It's made to be corrected by elected representatives. So you have to get your guys elected. That's how the system is made.
There it is. That's it.
Until you put your people in charge and start winning.
And isn't that immoral? It's like, no, it's shrewd. It's shrewd.
Because if we did mail-in ballots, if we abandon this stupid movement, because I don't mean immoral or evil, I mean bad tactics. Yeah. We would have slaughtered them every time. It is bad tactics. And now all we're left with is a bunch of people protesting and going for lawsuits. And how's that working? It does not work. Guys, abandon that stuff. Embrace. I hope the Republican Party puts all their money into get out the vote, because Trump said we have to do some catching up to the Democrat machine, because we're years behind them.
Well, he's way ahead in the polling for 2024. And so if that's good that he's making that announcement now.
Oh man, and they started coming after him already. And I'm just going, you guys get on board. Trump is saying he agrees with you that it's corrupt. He's saying he understands that you can't win without it. He can't win without it. And he just now doubled his chances of winning. I'm telling everyone out there, if you're a Trump supporter, you should embrace mail-in ballots, get out the vote, vote harvesting where it's legal in the states, all day, mail-in ballots. Everybody mail in your ballot.
Yeah.
You harvest your whole family's ballots. Anyone who's 18 and over, you can collect them. You can go and get them the piece of paper. And really, get as much signature verification as you can, but it's not going to matter. So just get the ballot in. That's the new standard. And when Republicans embrace it, we will win. And then from the legislature, you can reform the elections with laws. Yep. You can go back in and
clean it up and do it the way it's supposed to be done.
Yeah.
Well, part of the reason I say Arizona is ahead of the curve is because they've been doing mail-in ballots for over a decade, right? They've been doing
the Democrat Party in Arizona is ahead of the curve, which is why they keep winning. The Republican Party is way behind in Arizona, probably more behind than any other state, because we have a culture of We see this from all our buddies. Same day ballot, signature required, da da da. It's the exact opposite. It's you have to abandon that, not the morals of it, because it is absolutely right, but the tactic. The tactic is wrong. Get off that tactic now and tell your friends.
And if Q were here, well, he'd be like,
oh, he'd be having a heart attack. He'd
compromise your morals, situational ethics.
He'd kill me with his eyes right now. If you believe it, if you believe that's how the Democrats won, then we're going to make the Republicans win. That's all. It's just a strategy, and it's temporary.
Yeah. And so, and I mean, I think Trump,
and it's pragmatism.
I think what we need to focus on or realize that Trump making that announcement puts them on their heels, right? That strategy, it puts the enemy on their heels. It's like, oh, now we have to do some other stuff or change some other laws, or I don't know.
Trump, get out of your head that this guy's some pure, the anointed one. Trump is a cage fighter. We're going to win.
That's what big business is, man. There are laws that you can take advantage of, and, use them to your advantage to get ahead. And if it's like everybody's doing it and the government's looking the other way, you're good.
Trump admitted when he said, look, I used to be a Democrat. I funded these guys. I know how the system works. He wasn't confessing and saying, and I apologize and I'll never do it again.
Right.
He's saying, I know how to play. I know how to play that game. Swamp creature Trump, embrace it. Embrace it, because that's what he said. I just want everyone to get used to it. Don't whitewash it and tell me how pure it is.
Thanks for watching this clip of Doug Q. Michael. To watch this entire episode, follow the link in the description below. Click the link to go to Rumble now.